Good day everyone. Today I will be discussing quality management systems in the IT BPM industry, focusing on ISO 9001, 2008, and COPC standards. These systems help organizations maintain quality, improve performance, and satisfy customers. So, let's begin. So for this session, our goal is simple. By the end of this discussion, we should understand what the main quality management systems are, like ISO and COPC. We should also know how they are different from each other and why they are important in the IT BPM industry. So in this slide, we are comparing the different quality management systems and recognitions, namely ISO 9001, 2008, COPC, CMMI, ESCM, SP, and the Philippine Quality Award. Although they all focus on quality improvement, they differ in their purpose and scope. So ISO and COPC provide certification, while CMMI and ESCM focuses more on process, capability, and improvement. On the other hand, the Philippine Quality Award is a government recognition rather than a certification. ISO was founded in 1947 and has since then published more than 19,000 international standards, covering almost all aspects of technology and business, from food safety to computers and agriculture to healthcare. So the main goal of ISO is to ensure that products and services are safe, reliable, and good quality. Let's look at the first bullet. To achieve certification, an organization must use the standards of ISO 9001, 2008 to establish and to update their quality management systems. The list of QMS requirements during audit is pretty long, but here are some examples. So QMS is Quality Management System. First, establish your organization's process-based QMS. Second, document your organization's process-based QMS. Third, implement your organization's process-based QMS. Fourth, maintain your organization's process-based QMS. And last, improve your organization's process-based QMS. So, in the second bullet, audits are normally done by the organization's quality team. Some invite an independent certification body to verify that it is in conformity to standard, but there is no requirement for this. So, in general, audits ask two types of questions. The first one is mandatory quality management requirements, which allows two responses options. If yes, are in compliance with the standard. And if no, you are not in compliance with the standard. And second, requirements that may excluded or ignore under some special circumstances, which offer three response: yes, no, or NA. And response option is provided because you may exclude or ignore some requirements if you can justify doing so. So, once the audit's questions are answered, we are ready to summarize our audit, calculate compliance scores, draw general audit conclusions, make and implement recommendations to address compliance problems, if any. Otherwise, you will be issued a certificate of registration, clearly outlining the scope of your certification. So, some organizations may find the cost prohibitive. Process-oriented companies go through the effort and allot resources because the benefit outweigh the cost. So, ISO creates the standard, but other companies offer the certification like Smithers, ISOCAR, Mass Quality, and BSI Group. So, Teleperformance and WinSource are some of the IT BPM companies that have achieved ISO certification. So, let us look at the bullet 1 and 2. So, in 1996, a group of companies who were utilizing the service of IT BPM companies joined together to draft the first standard to measure performance of the IT BPM companies. These are like call centers users, include companies like or such as Microsoft, Dell, Intel. These companies come together because at the time there was no widely used benchmark to highlight top performing call centers from their competitors. Now for bullet 3 and 4, COPC has evolved and is already offering certifications for different areas and functions in the IT BPM industry, including vendor management and healthcare. So, the standard drafted in 1996 became the first edition of the COPC 2000 CSP standard. After the first standard was developed, COPC Incorporated was formed to help promote it. To ensure that the standards keeps up with the IT BPM industry, the entire COPC family of standards is reviewed annually. So, additional information, the Malcolm Baldrige Nationality Quality Award recognizes U.S. organizations in the business, healthcare, education, and non-profit sectors for performance excellence. The award promotes awareness of performance excellence as an increasingly important element in competitiveness. To receive a Baldrige Award, an organization must have a role model organizational management system that ensures continuous improvement in delivering products and services, demonstrates efficient and effective operations, and provide a way of engaging and responding to customers and other stakeholders. So, the first two bullets state that to achieve certification, companies are required to first, implement high performance processes. Second, achieve a specific level of customer contact performance or sustained improvement. Typical customer contact environments that would be appropriate for the COPC, CSP standard include customer service centers and technical support centers. So, the third bullet shows us the key expectations that need to be met in order for a company to achieve COPC certification. COPC certification is especially useful in organizations with multiple sites to ensure that key processes are consistently deployed across all facilities. Most IT BPMs operate in different geographical sites, so COPC can be used to validate and certify that whatever performance improvement activities are successfully developed or deployed, implemented, and sustained across the entire enterprise, no matter what the location. So, the description of 4 critical work processes that can be certified by COPC is quality, customer satisfaction, workforce management, recruiting, and hiring training. So, additional information, These are the IT BPM companies that have achieved certification in one or more than business of their business units. The APAC Customer Services Incorporate, First Source Dialogue Solutions, IBM Global Process Service, NCO Group Incorporated, Stream Global Services, Teleperformance USA.
As a continuation of our discussion, we have next CMMI, Capability Maturity Model Integration. As we can see bullets 1 to 3, CMMI project is a collaborative effort to provide models for achieving product and process improvement. The primary focus of CMMI is to build tools to support improvement of processes used to develop and sustain systems and products. Now, with bullet 4, the description of each models was released in November 2010. First, we have CMMI for Acquisition, or CMMI ACQ. It addresses supply chain management, acquisition, and outsourcing processes in government and industry. Second, we have CMMI for Services, or CMMI SVC. It addresses guidance for delivering services within an organization and to external customers. And lastly, we have CMMI for Development, or CMMI DEV. It addresses product and services development processes. CMMI is a process improvement approach that can be used to guide process improvement across a project, a division, or an entire organization. Processes are rated according to their maturity levels. We have Level 1, Initial, Chaotic, Individual Heroics, the starting point for use of a new or undocumented repeat process. Next, we have Level 2, Repeatable. The process is at least documented sufficiently such that repeating the same steps may be attempted. Next, we have Level 3, Defined. The process is defined or confirmed as a standard business process and decomposed to Level 0, 1, and 2, the latter being work instructions. Level 4, we have Managed. The process is quantitatively managed in accordance with agreed upon metrics. And lastly, we have Level 5, Optimizing. Process management includes deliberate process optimization or improvement. CMMI originated in software engineering but has been highly generalized over the years to embrace other areas of interest, such as the development of hardware, products, the delivery of all kinds of services, and the acquisition of products and services. In order for an organization to be officially appraised for CMMI, an external certified team of appraisers must conduct a review of the objective evidence that would support the CMMI practices and goals required for the given certification, or what we call rating. This is a major undertaking with a small team of external auditors, collecting information and then analyzing this information to produce an appropriate rating. In addition to the actual rating, the appraisal team will make recommendations on which process areas have deficient evidence that support the presence of a given practice or goal. Additional information: Accenture is one of the IT BPM companies that have achieved CMMI certification. The audit team would also advise the organization on how to bridge gaps for future appraisals. One major benefit of such an extensive external appraisal is to give the organization an insight into the strengths and weaknesses of their current processes. The e-sourcing capability model for service providers, or ESCM-SP, is a framework developed by ITSQC at Carnegie Mellon University. The ESCM-SP is a best practices capability model with three purposes. First, we have to give IT BPM companies guidance that will help them improve their capability across the sourcing life cycle. Next, we have to provide clients with an objective means of evaluating the capability of service providers, and we have to offer IT BPM companies a standard to use when differentiating themselves from competitors. ESCM SP is composed of 84 best practices for each of these practices, a list of activities and clarifying information and provided. Additional information, we have here the list of best practices is very long, but below are some examples. First, we have knowledge management, and it includes share knowledge and provide required information. We have also people management that includes encourage innovation, capability level 4, and participation in decisions, capability level 3. And lastly, we have performance management that includes engagement objectives and adequate resources. Here are the key descriptions for each bullet. Level 1 organization. Company is able to provide basic support, provides a service, and is able to meet customer expectations but not consistently. Level 2 organization. Company established has procedures to ensure targets set by the customers are met consistently. Level 3 organization. Company manages performance consistently across engagements, is able to ensure targets are met consistently across departments. Level 4 organization. Add value to the services they provide through continuous improvement and game-changing innovations. And level 5 organization. Sustaining excellence and best-in-class performance. The evaluation for certification is a third-party external evaluation of a service provider's capability. This is the only ESCM capability determination method that can lead to certification by ITSQC and should be used when an organization wants a public record of its capabilities. A full evaluation for this certification is based on evidence of the services provider's implementation of all 84 practices in the ESCM SP. Achieving a higher ESCM SP levels indicates an IT BPM company's capability in terms of handling a client's business. IT BPM companies that have achieved ESCM SP certifications are Accenture and Infosys. An era of globalization, the Philippine product and process quality is being challenged strongly by foreign competition. This is spurred the initiative to come up with the PQA. Additional information, Total Quality Management, TQM, is a management approach that originated in the 1950s and has steadily become more popular since the early 1980s. Total quality is a description of the culture, attitude, and organization of a company that strives to provide customers with products and services that satisfy their needs. The culture requires quality in all aspects of the company's operations, with processes being done right the first time and defects and waste eradicated from operations. To be successful, implementing TQM, an organization must concentrate on the 8 key elements. We have ethics, integrity, trust, training, teamwork, leadership, recognition, and communication. Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. The Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award recognizes United States organizations in the business, healthcare, education, and nonprofit sectors for performance excellence. The Baldrige Award is the only formal recognition of the performance excellence of both public and private U.S. organizations given by the President of the United States. The award promotes awareness of performance excellence as an increasingly important element in competitiveness. Sharing of successful performance strategies and the benefits derived from using these strategies. To receive a Baldrige Award, an organization must have a role model organizational management system that ensures continuous improvement in delivering products or services, demonstrate efficient and effective operations, and provides a way of engaging and responding to customers and other stakeholders. We have here the companies that have received Baldrige Award. We have Nestle, Boeing, Motorola, Ritz-Carlton Hotel, and FedEx. Philippine Quality Award or PQA established a system to evaluate and recognize Philippine organizations' quality and productivity. PQA's main objective is to help Filipino organizations achieve world-class performance. Companies who apply for the award will get a rigorous evaluation by an expert PQA panel of assessors using internationally recognized performance standards. If company wins the Philippine Quality Award for performance, their exceptional management practices become benchmarks and serve as models for other organizations that are on a similar journey to performance excellence. Organizations that have applied for but could not fully meet the requirements of the award for performance excellence may receive any of the following PQA recognition categories. First, we have recognition for mastery in quality management. The organization should have demonstrated superior results, clearly linked to robust management systems. It should exhibit practices which other organizations can learn from and should serve as a role model for the organizations in the Philippines. Next, we have recognition for proficiency in quality management. The organization should have demonstrated through implementation of quality and productivity management principles, significant progress in building sound and notable processes. It should have a documented and solid approach to system-level quality and productivity management and has been implementing quality and productivity improvement plans and procedures. Next, we have recognition for commitment to quality management. The organization should have demonstrated its serious commitment to improvement in order to achieve quality excellence. It should have planted the seeds of quality and productivity and is working towards reaping long-term benefits of the efforts. These are the key areas that will be evaluated for quality excellence when an organization is being assessed. First, we have leadership that talks about the leadership capability of the organization. Second, we have strategic planning. This is the framework that supports the long-term business direction of the organization. Third, we have customer and market focus, the importance given to the customer requirements. We have also information and analysis, the ability to make decisions based on data and analysis. We have human resource focus, the organization's capability to manage its people. And also we have the process management, a structure that supports quality management. And lastly, we have business or organizational results, evidence of excellent results. Additional information that below are examples of IT BPM companies that have received the award. We have NYK TDG eBusiness Corporation in 2011 and Sutherland in 2008. And that would be the end of our discussion, and I hope that we have learned something about this module. Thank you for your time and thank you for watching.